first trailer is the Super Bowl trailer for the Multiverse of Men.
Every night, I dream the same dream. And then... the nightmare begins. I did what I had to do to protect our world.
You cannot control everything, Strange. You opened the doorway between universes, and we don't know who or what will walk through it.
Wanda, what do you know about the multiverse?
Viz had his theories. He believed it was dangerous.
He was right.
I'm sorry, Stephen. Your desecration of reality will not go unpunished.
We should tell him the truth.
Things just got out of hand.
You break the rules. Look out! To become a hero. I do it, I become the enemy. It doesn't seem fair.
Hank, I'm going to take it right back to you to give us the play-by-play, and I promise this will be one-time take. Tank, go for it. What do we need to know about this trailer?
Like I said, they're going right into the multiverse. Like 3 Doctor Stranges in there. I'm really interested to see like how much is actually going to be in the movie likes to do with switching up and putting stuff in the trailer that's not in there. I do think that one scene where Strange first, he goes to first sees Wanda. When like one part she's like all dressed normal, and then towards like the end they show her like talking about like if she does something wrong, she's the bad guy, and she's dressed in the Scarlet Witch. I think that's actually the same scene, just that the first scene with her dressed normal is like an illusion that she's casting. Because you look, Strange is dressed the same.
Okay.
So I think that's changed. Kind of want to get you guys thoughts on that, because like there's a lot of people who are saying that they show Wanda fighting someone. They're saying that some people are saying a lot of stuff. Like some people think it's because everyone is still stuck on Tom Cruise because I guess he was in the running to be Iron Man.
Iron Man.
So
right.
everyone think that's his version. But then there was a 4K trailer that came out, and actually the person looks, it actually looks like the guy who's playing Kang. With him, he's, obviously very, that's when they started talking about the multiverse in that. So it could be one of his variants. I want to see what you guys think about that.
Hey man, Spike, what are your thoughts? Because I'm kind of a little on the fence on this one. I heard the Iron Man rumors and Tom Cruise from way back in the day before Robert Downey Jr. was cast. But I don't know if that will ever happen. But I'm interested in your take on that. What's your take, Spike?
I don't even think that was ever possible. I think somebody probably threw that out there. I mean, Tom Cruise is like 4'2". Iron Man's never been that small, bro. But in another world, yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on in this trailer with the movie. It's hard to say what we're looking at for me. I'm one of the guys, I kind of get lost in the variants in the different areas. You guys, Tank, you and Danny kind of dig a little deeper to figure some of this out. I like to go into it a little blind to get shocked. I will say this, though. You never can tell with Wanda, from especially based off of what we saw with the series, how she casts, what's going on, who we're looking at. I'm assuming that most of the variants we'll see will be ideal from what we saw in the series, with Kang and what were we watching? Um,
Loki.
stop, Loki. Thank you. I couldn't get it out. From that particular area, and I think that that's a lot of what we're going to see as far as those aspects of the multiverse is basically what we saw rolling out through the Disney Plus aspects. I mean, shows.
Yeah.
But I'm excited either way to see where it goes. I mean, Wanda's one of those characters I love to hate. She's a badass. She's an absolute menace, but I don't want her around. Too much goes awry with Wanda, bro. And she has no idea who she is. She's worse than the Phoenix with Jean. I just need sweet Jean, Logan's Jean, not the Phoenix Jean. You know what I'm saying? And Wanda's like that for me. She's gonna blow it any freaking second. And after what she did in that show, man, in WandaVision, with that whole town and everything going on, I got a gut feeling she's gonna be a huge problem, you know. But I'm excited for Dark Doctor Strange and everything that's happening here. I will say this: the graphics look amazing, and I know I probably shouldn't say graphics. The cinematography, graphics,
Thank you.
video.
And the special effects, the visual
Yep,
effects.
and the special effects. It looks amazing, very crystal clear. Money spent. It looks real. Thank God. I mean, not that Marvel doesn't; they always do a good job, but I mean, we're just looking at a trailer, man, and everything that's going on there really draws you in, even in the shorter versions. So I'm excited to see that, and I like the fact that they're doing more with Strange as far as how he manipulates with his wizardry, you know, and his magic, because him sawing that bust in half was cold for me. I love it.
So let me ask you, gents, this question. Clearly, we have the silhouette, and I know that Tank can relate to this. So imagine if we were looking at Tank on like, and all we see is his beautiful bald head, right? We saw a beautiful bald head. Is this Professor X?
We not only got his bald head, we got his unmistakable voice.
Right, his distinguished voice, right? Hello there, number one. Yes. Make it happen, number one. Yes, absolutely. So we clearly see that, or excuse me, we clearly hear that it's Patrick Stewart, right, in his iconic role of Professor X. So I think at this point, all stakes are on anything can happen now at this point, I'm thinking, right? I mean, I am hearing rumors that Tobey Maguire is in this film as Spider-Man. What say you, gents? And there's already a leaked picture out, so I just want to make sure you know that there is some receipts here.
I don't see a point for Toby to be. I mean, I don't see a point. I mean, if it makes sense. I mean, as much as I would like to see him, if it makes sense, I'm cool with it. If it doesn't, I don't want him just thrown in there just to be thrown in there.
I beg to differ a slight bit. If it's a clip of him, meaning like you see him like in passing as, you know, different variants and people are moving around, I think that's cool, like a nice little Easter egg kind of deal thing to see. That, but how you would incorporate him to where he has actually like major speaking role or acting, even if we're talking 5 to 10 minutes of screen time, I don't know how that would roll and if I would be okay with that. I think that I would want to leave well enough alone with No Way Home and not like, you know, jump the shark with that and kind of bring him around and start overdoing things. I think it'd be cool to see a little bit. But as far as opening a can of worms or Pandora's box, not even Pandora's box, as far as expanding, I mean, ever since Marvel acquired, they got the rights back, right, for X-Men after the Fox acquisition, right?
Absolutely.
So it's time to start rolling those out. Everybody's been waiting for the remakes, the newer versions. Absolutely, Patrick Stewart. Let's start to, you know, throw people around and start seeing some things happen to kind of let us know what's coming in the future. You know, I think that would be really good to see. So I'm excited about it, and I think this is the perfect opportunity with this film. So yeah. Absolutely
I mean,
be there.
They can possibly open up a whole can of worms because in the comics there's this group, you know, there's a separate group there's called the Illuminati. It's like all the smartest pretty much superheroes. It has Professor X, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, and Iron Man in it. So the fact that so the fact that they have those little like the Ultron looking bots that took him, and then you have Patrick Stewart, and then he said "we," and then you can see that behind him, before he comes up, you can see that there are like other people sitting down. So they're definitely going to go that route. And so like I said, like I said, this is like, imagine that they use this to introduce like Mr. Fantastic, because we know for sure they're making that movie soon.
Yeah.
So imagine if they use this to introduce Mr. Fantastic. That would be dope.
All I know is that I've been hearing a lot of great things, so of great surprises. I want to keep it spoiler free. Before we move on to the next topic, let me give a shout out to Vic Vega, comic book Trap House host, always showing love before he jumps on for his comic book Trap House hour, which is coming up soon. The guys out there review and do all kinds of comic book observations and reviews. It's a good show. You got to check it out. Also, let me give a shout out to Sammy. I see you out there. Our former Townie Sports podcast that was on the House of Fandom, who these guys are ventured into their own domain now, and they have the Townie Sports podcast. And I believe if you're on there, Sammy, go ahead and put the link to the podcast so we can get folks out there to subscribe to the channel. What else do we got on this fandom news bucket? Like, fill to the brim, brother. Fill to the brim. What do we got next?
Switch your hand around. Dig around. Get something good. There you
What
go.
do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
Enthusiasm.
I was going to say, what do we got? What do we got?
Let me talk. We're going to switch over to DC. Huge little compilation mini trailer for the DC 2022 movie slate.
Nice. Let's take a look at this. I'm excited about this slate here. Multiverse of Madness. You got competition from 2022's DC Heroes.
Who are you under there? What are you hiding?
My son dreamt of a better world. That's why he saved me.
You can go to any timeline, any universe. Why'd fight to save this one?
What could be greater than a king?
A hero.
I just got goosebumps.
If we don't stand up, no one will.
Come with us. There's a glorious world out there, waiting for you.
Are you in?
All right, we are back. I forgot how quickly this trailer ended, so we'll definitely have to get this one back in post-production. Okay, so I'm super excited about this trailer, Tank, for one main reason. Every representation of the DC movies look pretty good. What say you, Tank and Spike, about this short but very tantalizing trailer?
You go ahead first, Spike.
Okay. Damn. Marvel who? And I'm going to take that poster down for anybody looking up there, okay? We're going to block that. No, seriously. I'm stoked, okay? Coming from me, all of these movies, of course, I could be jumping the gun, but fingers crossed, look really, really good. So they have the potential to, and I think we mentioned this before, kind of springboard DC films back up in the running, where they're in the race with Marvel as far as turning out some quality content for us fans. They look like they took their time. Okay, I'm really excited more than anything about Black Adam. That movie's been in development for quite a while. The Rock is a huge, huge star who is meticulous about what he puts his name on, and he's had plenty of time to back out of that movie if it was going to be trash. I think that he believes in the film, which helps me to believe in it even more. He's excited about playing in this role. And so I think that this movie is going to lead the pack with being an amazing film to help kind of lead the way for the rest of them to come along. Seriously feel like this is what we've been waiting for years from DC. So I'm very hopeful about it, man. Each one of them.
Nice. And what are your thoughts on it, Tank?
It was all dope. I mean, the only thing that could have made it better was leak of Superman. Let Henry Cavill come back as Superman in there.
Sorry, have who come back?
Henry Cavill as Superman. That would be the only thing that could have made this better.
I'm not sure I know who he is, but okay, I'll research him. I'll Google.
Yeah, you do that. You do that.
Yeah.
But no, like I said, I kind of same. Spike said, looking forward to probably Black Adam the most. Although kind of from the one scene where they kind of made it look like they might be trying to have him turn into a little anti-hero. So I figured that was going to happen, but I would just wish he would just stay a villain. So he might still stay a villain. But like everything like I said, I don't know, for some reason Ezra Miller still, like, the suit looks good except for the mask. I feel like they just can't get the mask right with him for some reason. I'm excited for that movie to see where they go with all that and all more multiversal traveling that they're doing. But yeah, I can't wait for this. I was wondering why Shazam wasn't in there, but then I looked and it comes out in 2023, so it makes sense that why they wouldn't show it.
You make a good point about that mask. I'm hopeful with the Flash outfit that they do, like, remember how every time Iron Man came back in the Marvel series and the MCU, he always had another suit? You know what I'm saying? And they were a little bit better, a lot more evolved, movie after movie after movie. I'm really hoping that they start to kind of play with the Flash's suits and just kind of get better with each one, take note, see where they went wrong and do it that way. Because, when he zooms in a little close, that mask is a little sketchy, but I'm not going to nitpick.
Yeah, that's what they've done with the not caught up. That's what they did with the Flash TV. Like it's not every season, but sometimes they change it season to season, but like every couple of seasons, like the first suit wasn't Flash at all. To the point now where it looks like they even gave him the gold boots. Finally. His current suit like it looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good to me. I'm excited about watching it again. I hear, of course, spoiler alert for anyone that wants to be completely spoiler alerted. Several different variations or variants. We like to use that buzzword around these parts, low-key, everyone, of the Flash. Evil Flash, good Flash, Frankfurt of Flash, who knows?
There's two in the trailer. Like that one scene is really quick.
Right.
Reverse is there, right?
Well, I think they're doing
the Flashpoint universe.
They're doing reverse, but instead of it being like Eobard, they're doing it being. I mean, they might call them that, but they're doing it. It's Ezra Miller playing like another reverse. So I don't know if he's going to be Eobard, like playing, like acting like he's Barry. I think he did that in one of the comics. But I did read that he's playing Ezra Miller is playing the evil Flash as well.
Okay, listen. All I need to know is Michael Keaton returning as Batman. I am stoked about that. That's all I need to know. Because I could give a rat's behind about Ezra Miller and his bullshit. Okay, Flash rendition right now. I want to see what he does with this standalone film. All right,
he's gonna do great.
Let's hope they fix the running.
By the way, let me say welcome to our very own Danny Collector's Edition. Chillin' says Netflix owns his face. Paramount owns his mustache. Who's he talking about?
Probably Henry Cavill.
Oh, Henry Cavill, yeah. That's right. You did say that. Right, The Witcher, that makes sense. Okay. I was a little behind there. I was a little behind. All right, gentlemen, listen. This next trailer, I am actually very interested in, but I want to make sure I put a disclosure here. If there's anybody under the age of 18, this is not a trailer that I would recommend you watching. It is ultra violent, and it is a animated rendition of what we all love around here are absolutely Tank loves The Boys, right? So Tank,
if you're under 17, watch this when your parents are not around.
Ladies and gentlemen, Diabolical trailer, a anthology series animated from the creator of The Boys.
The idea is that the outer you is the inner you. Picture the face you want to have, the life you want to have. Just rub that all over your face.
Here we go.
Fire! Bugging.
I understand your anger. The violence is never the answer.
Fuck you, you fascist fuck!
Shut up!
You have any idea what a thunderclap through the balls feels like?
Don't be such a pussy.
Holy shit balls.
Kill me.
Jings, Frenchie. What'd you put in that stuff?
Just say that was a great trailer. I'm super excited about it. Take us through this here.
I as I've not been shy about, I love The Boy. I love the TV show The Boys. I love the TV show The Boys. Like I said, that the next season doesn't come out till like June or July, so this will definitely hold me off till then. And actually, I like that they're actually getting more of the stuff from the comics itself. So that's definitely it gives a check. It looks like it's gonna be like not like a full like series. It's gonna be like each episode is gonna be a different story. They say like 8 stories. So that'd be dope.
Okay.
Like the animation, animation, allows them to do a lot more than they could, show. But yeah, I'm excited for it. And like I said, they showed the list of all the the voice actors are doing. They got some heavy hitters in there.
And I saw Don Cheadle in there.
Don Cheadle,
Aquafina, Don Cheadle, John. What's his name? Michael Sierra or Michael Sierra?
Michael Sierra. Michael Sierra.
Dude, I'm all in it. I'm all in. I'm ready to watch it.
I got Simon Pegg, which fun fact, character Huey, the comic book character Huey, his design is actually based, like the creator liked Simon Pegg so much, he designed the character Huey after him.
Wow. So he's the inspiration.
That's why he was in the movie. I mean, too old to play Huey, but then they had him play his dad. Then he if I think from the one clip they showed, he voices Huey in this.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. All right, moving right. Oh, what is this going to be released? Hulu, right? And then
4th.
No, Amazon Prime.
Amazon.
Amazon. I'm sorry, Amazon Prime. And when does this come out?
March the 4th.
March the 4th. Okay, very good, gentlemen. This next topic for fandom news. What do we got, Tank? I know a lot of people have been kind of not hearing bits and pieces about this next topic. So what do we got going on right now with this next topic?
For those of you who are still want to see some more Transformers, we actually look like they're having the new movie coming out that's called The Rise of the Beast, debuts on June 9th, 2023. Like I said, Transformers, I feel like it's kind of like on the same realm of Fast and Furious, where it's really if you enjoyed the other ones, you'll like this one. Probably still gonna make a boatload of money, just like Fast and Furious does. I think they're going to, from what I've heard, is they're going along the lines of Beast Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if that might have been before you were probably
you
were too old. Yeah. Oh, you don't like that?
I never liked the Beast ones.
Oh,
I didn't give it I will say this. I never really gave it a chance. It was, as soon as it came out and I started looking a little bit, I was like, what is this crap? The end of it.
Oh
because
wow.
I wanted my old. So it could actually
Yeah.
be really good.
Yeah.
I will be one of the ones contributing, like you just mentioned with Fast and Furious. You know how you like to be entertained. I
Yeah.
love Transformers, even though it
Yeah.
jumped the shark 4 movies ago. I'm still going to go see it.
Right.
Well, let me ask you, gentlemen, this too. Do you guys think that has the Transformers series jumped the shark? Because let's be honest, each one of them has gotten progressively worse and worse until they got back on track with Bumblebee. But that didn't do very well because of all the bad bad stink that was left for the previous nasty ones. So what are your thoughts on this one here?
I think this one will probably will do good, just because even though Spike wasn't really for him. Beast Wars is like it's known as like one of the like a lot of people do love it. So for them to like try to bring that, I mean, like I said, there still might be some people I don't want because of like you said the previous ones and how they just progressively got worse and worse and worse. But yeah, I definitely think it'll be better than Bumblebee did. But yeah, but there'll still be those people who won't see it. But I think the fact that they are doing Beast Wars, that was something that a lot of people wanted from them to do. I think the fact that they are doing Beast Wars that will help it to do a better numbers than if they were just doing a regular old Transformers movie.
I agree that it'll definitely help with it being a
Right.
different variation, but I don't think the other ones were that bad. I mean, Marky Mark stunk it up. He made Transformers bad, but
Yeah,
before that, I like the Shia LaBeouf trilogy. Those were good to me.
I think also all the drama behind the scenes that caused Shia LaBeouf to leave.
Oh, absolutely.
That definitely hurt it too.
And remember, he was going through a lot during that time too with his substance problems.
Yeah.
A lot of things behind the scenes, and there was a lot going on with the movie, so that caused him to have to dip. I get it. But I think this is smart to continue to do it. It is a cash cow for him. Kind of, change it up a little bit. So Beast Wars would be a good way to go as long as it's done well. Like I said, I'm going to check it out either way. So, cool.
Real quick, before we move to the next topic, does this include the Dinobots or no?
Good question.
Dinobots?
Yep.
No,
What?
it's not Dinobots. No.
Okay, well, it is Transformers.
Dude,
and
how
there
do
is
you not know who
Did you not know who
Grimlock is? The
right? Do you
Dinobots?
not know who the Dinobots are? Like, dude, did I miss something over here? Jeez, man. All right. Anyway, listen. This next topic, introduce us to it, Tank. But I did some research and I do know who this actor is. But take us through this next person. I'm going to illustrate who this person is and talk about this new latest casting.
This for the Craven the Hunter movie. It cast dude named Fred Heitchinger. Probably said that wrong. He is actually going to play the Chameleon, which is one of Spider-Man's villains, and apparently it's Craven's half brother. I didn't know that until I looked it up. He's playing a Chameleon in the Craven the Hunter movie.
Yeah, so here's the thing, gentlemen, and I want you to take a look at the illustration here, okay? And this is important because I want to say to you, this gentleman was in this anthology show called White Lotus. It was on HBO Max. It's about a bunch of rich people problems going to an island, and all kinds of craziness happen. A murder happens, whatever. But he plays the depressed son of the main character. And here's the thing. I thought his acting was brilliant. He gives me the vibes of a young Joaquin Phoenix, and I mean that in every sense of the word. If you look at his facial structure and expressions, so I'm actually quite happy with this casting now that I know who it is and I was able to put the face to the name of the person. If you guys want to know who this person is, I think he's going to be great as a villain in Craven the Hunter. But if you were to check out White Lotus, it is actually a pretty good show. It's like a mini series on a limited series on HBO Max. It's not for everyone, but it's actually pretty interesting. So if you haven't had a chance, if you want to check out this kid's acting, I think he's going to be great as a villain. Again, you heard it first here, young Joaquin Phoenix vibes. What are your thoughts, gents?
I didn't know about this guy prior to the casting, like you said, but I've learned my lesson as far as prejudging a lot of these young actors and the roles that they're going to do. Like I told you before, I was one of the people when they first was announced that Heath Ledger was playing the Joker that was like, what? Are you serious? Like the dude from the Teeny Bop movies, and I mean, even though I did like him in The Patriot, and I was dead wrong and pleasantly surprised. So I'll give the kid a chance. I mean, nobody knows what to expect with Chameleon, so I think this is the perfect opportunity to make it his own. Really get out here, show his acting chops if he's anything like what you say he is. And clearly, this is going to be a bigger budget film, so somebody believes in him. I think he'll do a good job with it. I'm more excited at the fact that they're making Kraven's my favorite Spider-Man villain. I've been wanting a Kraven movie for a very long time. So let's go. All of these are green lights for me.
So Tank, let me ask you this: why does he look like Deadpool in a tuxedo?
What?
In the comic illustration.
More like Deadshot than Deadpool.
But... good point. Yeah, good point.
Well, because he doesn't have any powers. Like the reason why he's called Chameleon is because he uses to have all those masks behind him. Is that's like how he uses different masks to trick people to thinking that he is someone else. Mm-hmm. So that's why he has that little thing over his face to show I guess it just makes it easier to have the little mask on there. Also might just be to hide his face because he obviously he wants to be everyone else. So why would he show his own face? Actually, just was looking him up here. He's actually not only is he Kraven's half brother, but he's also his servant. So I guess he's like a little wannabe.
So he's what's his name?
He's a minion.
What's the cat's name? That serves Dracula.
Igor?
Renfield.
Oh, well, Renfield. I don't know.
Yeah, I was going Igor, but yeah.
Igor. You don't remember Renfield? Renfield, you failed me again.
Which Dracula are you talking about?
Yeah, it's like so many Dracula.
All right, just whatever. All right. He's in the lore, okay? He's in the lore. All right, moving right along. This looks good. As it comes more, we'll be reporting it here. You'll hear it first here. And then we'll talk about was Clark right in comparing him to a young Joaquin Phoenix.
No one said you were wrong. We just were asking.
No. I'm not saying that. I just wanted to go on record. That's all. Anyway,
you wanted to watch this movie.
Remember, Clark always has to be right.
So well, look who's joining us. Juice 313 Gaming. What is up? What is cooking? Finally, we
what up, though, Juice?
The room's really starting to pop with all the old G's and all the new ones, new folks on here. All right. This next little bit, a tidbit is compliments of actually Clark. Hey, let me explain. So we all know. Let me finish. We all know that Tank.
Why are you taking over Fandom? Are you so salty about my message? You trying to take over?
No, I just wanted to say, Tank. Is that a genie lamp, by the way? You're distracting me with that cool genie lamp. So, all right, real quick. So Tank. The last topic of today, Tank. You want to bring us to the last topic, and then I'll explain what I do.
The last topic that I put is the fact that Spider-Man: No Way Home hits digital 22nd and 4K UHD and Blu-ray on April 12th.
Yeah, so very excited about that.
Pretty fast.
So here we got a little neat trick here, a little neat treat rather, not a trick. Because Tank advised me of this release, did some digging, found out what some of the extras are going to be. So we're going to go ahead and play some of the extras, some good behind-the-scenes stuff with all three Spideys together. So it's very interesting and very cool. So you guys check this out, and then we'll talk about why I was feeling a little, grimy towards Tank. Okay, here we go. Check it out.
Make sure you mute us this time.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Thank you. Good reminder. But yes, let's silence. Here we go.
We're gonna lift you up on a cherry picker and you're gonna jump off.
How they became supervillains. It's just so funny.
I fell into a super collider.
Gotta be careful where you fall.
To work with them is honestly the highlight of my career.
Me and Toby arrived and all of their arms were just open.
I had butterflies with Toby and Andrew, hoping they would sign up.
All right, so this is pretty cool. So obviously, it's going to be really cool to see the behind the scenes making of. I love that part of it because we didn't get a lot of pre-release because everything was shrouded in the utmost secrecy. So it's pretty cool to see them all together. Tank, you saw some of the footage. What did you think of it?
Oh, it's great. Like I said, I'm most excited just to see Tom, Toby, and Andrews, just their interactions with each other, either on set and either off set on like interviews and everything. I shared two pictures either today or yesterday. Or they like show like one of them showed like Tom doing like I don't know if anyone's seen the Spider-Man meme where he's like laid up on like he's and that's the thing Tom was doing. Also, they actually show all of them doing the Spider-Man pointing meme. So
everybody was hoping to see that in the movie too. So that's dope.
Well, they did it, but it was very subtle when they do it.
Right.
So it was dope seeing that they actually did it, behind the scenes, with the mask off. So yes, I'm looking, like I said, I'm breaking my rule of actually buying movies. I'm actually going to pick this up on I'm gonna get on 4K.
Wait, no, you do buy all of your movies. You're on live. Yeah, you always buy your movies.
Okay, yeah. What are they going to do?
Yeah, you always buy your movies. This is exciting. I can't wait to get it.
Yeah, I can't wait either. I think it's going to be awesome to see it all together and see how it actually came together, and actually to have them publicized in the release as well. So they don't have to shy. Everybody pretty much in the whole world has seen Spider-Man, and if you haven't yet seen Spider-Man No Way Home, you need to check it out. It's a great freaking movie. A lot of fun stuff happening in there, and of course, we all know what happens. A lot of the Spider-Man return, so it's pretty cool. Now, with that being said, do we have anything else on the fandom bag, Mr. Good Sir Tank?
Fandom bag is closed for the week.
Thank you. Hey, once again, you really dug deep into that bag to find a lot of good stuff that I know that I'm excited to check out, especially the Diabolical anthology series. I'm not really an animation connoisseur when it comes to adult animation as far as some of the things that we reviewed on this channel. But I have to say, this looks pretty exciting. So, with that, this is bringing us to our main topic. So, without further ado, let me just show you what we're talking about today. Our main topic, our review, is the entire season, the entire shamil of the Peacemaker Season 1. And I got to tell you, I am super excited about watching this. This is going to be, or rather talking about it. I don't know why I said watching.
Yeah, clean it up. I
really clean. I know. I'm sorry. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me here. I need to get it. Listen, I need to get it together, right? But before we go, ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, oh man, I'm really messed up. Before we get started,
put the bottle down.
Do you really want to hear this opening scene? Because I do. Ladies and gentlemen, the opening scene, classic of the TV series on HBO Max, Peacemaker. And we're just gonna keep our commentary in there as well, because we're pretty cool like that.
We are cool like that. Exactly.
Yeah. We love it. We love it. But we've got to bring it. We've got to bring it. So here we are. We're bringing it, and here we go. So yeah, listen. Let me just say, this is a perfect example. Like when they're going like this and everything, and you can clearly see. Yeah. I'm just doing it too. Right. Here we go. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. This is great opening. Love it. This is a cool opening. It is a cool opening. It's got the villains. It's got the freaking all the crazy characters from the entire show. So this is really good stuff. I am just I really enjoy this opening. And you know, I like the old dude dancing and everything. But yeah, James Gunn has given us season 1 of Peacemaker. He's got a little eagle right there, right? So let's check it out. So, what is it called? Eaglet?
Eagly.
Okay, there we go. All right, so let's talk about this. Tank, I have to give a proclamation. On this day, I shall say to you, good sir, that Clark was wrong. I know. It's a long, long time coming.
Hell is frozen over, people.
I know.
Has frozen over.
I have to kick things off by issuing a proclamation and a public apology, because I will say this was one hell of a show, and I was wrong. And we'll talk about why I was wrong and what I said about Suicide Squad, specifically Peacemaker. But Tank, I'm going to let you kick things off and then hand it off to Spike to talk about what was good about this show, what do we like, and why this show was successful. Obviously, I think everyone is going to know we really enjoyed this entire season. But take it away, Tank.
Well, actually, show was horrible. James Gunn is a trash director. I give it .star. I'm sorry. I was channeling Clark from Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I love this. I love this show. I was iffy on it because, like I said, when I first heard about it, because like they announced it, Squad even like released, and I had never heard of Peacemaker. And you know, John Cena said John Cena, he kills it as comedy, as a comedy actor. So that gave me hope, and I was like, who cares about Peacemaker? Then I saw Suicide Squad, and he made me care about Peacemaker. I still wasn't too sure on the show because after the trailer, because I was worried that it was going to be the trope of, you know, I like the Peacemaker was just a bad guy in the Suicide Squad. That's what I liked about him. He didn't care. He had his own way. He didn't care. Then the trailers came out where he was like, you know, be all kind of reformed and turned from good to bad. I wasn't too keen on that till I watched the show, which they did still do that, but they did it in a way that it was enjoyable and I loved it. All the characters, I have nothing bad to say about this show. None of the characters. Only character I like is the one dude Mern, the leader. I didn't like him. I did not like him. He was just kind of there. But all the other characters, you know, I love, like Peacemaker. John Cena continued to kill it as Peacemaker. Vigilante is my favorite character on this show. I think her name is Harcourt. She was a dope character. I cannot remember. Adabaya, that's how you say her name, right?
Yeah, Adebayo.
Yeah, Adabaya. She was a dope character. I need a pet eagle. I want a pet eagle.
Oh yeah,
I need a pet
absolutely.
eagle. Cliff, you should know by now that Clark can't say anybody.
Facts.
But like I said, from you know, his dad, that guy. I don't know if that guy's just a great actor or if he just, because he plays being an asshole so well. Yeah, from Terminator. Yeah, yeah. That's
Oh,
you didn't realize that?
no. Seriously, I'm not even playing, bro. I could not place his face, and I didn't want to look it up. I swear to God, I did. I was like, where do I know him from? Because the swoop hair and the old face immediately made me think of Martin Sheen, but I knew he wasn't Martin Sheen, you know? And I'm looking at him, I'm like, dude, I know this guy. Like, where's he from? You know, and I'm like, clearly he's an actor, a known actor, but I'm like, it'll come to me. I don't want to look it up. I'm just going to let it come to me. Because I could have just went to, like, IMDb or something and got it real quick. But I was like, I'm going to let it come to me. You know, because the eyes, dude, he's got those freaking demon eyes, man, that stare through your soul. He was an amazing actor. Peacemaker's life is crazy. Okay? Nothing about his life is normal or that character. So it was all over the place. I love it. I love how the characters vibed off each other. I feel like whoever wrote it did an amazing job with making sure everybody got the ample amount of screen time that they needed to help balance out the show perfectly. As you mentioned, Adebayo touched on Peacemaker and humanized him to a sense to show you that he was almost childlike in a certain way, with his warmth and his love, was just very, very damaged. His dad showed you where he got his mentality of killing from, and just really not caring, like what we saw in Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
And
no,
then
I agree.
Go ahead. And you got the buddy system here with him and Vigilante, who basically kind of took the place of his brother who died. They're very close and things to move on with that. The love interest in hardcore, but also somebody that he's working with.
Right.
I love how she's tough, but she's a leader, but they kind of work well together. And forgive me for getting his name, but the nerd with the computer, Diebeard, Economist, yeah, that dude. He was perfect. They didn't overdo it. He was not a fighter. He's a regular guy that screwed up a lot, which you would expect from somebody who just works in the office who was thrown out in the field with all of these people. I love it. I love how everything went well together. I love how they got closer throughout each episode, but nobody got like too cold with it or all of a sudden I'm just this badass. No, dude broke his leg falling over a fence.
Oh, yeah. No.
It's like,
I thought that was I thought that scene was savage but perfect. Apparently, I did not have the audio when I was giving my point, and I want to make sure that Danielle Harris. I'm Danielle Brooks. I'm a mess today, guys. I totally am a mess. So listen, let me just say I'm getting over a sickness that I'm actually just feeling better today. So if you guys want to know, that's why I'm a little scatterbrained. But Danielle Brooks was an amazing yin and yang to Peacemaker and really humanized him. You know what I'm saying? So Vigilante was his BFF. I get that. However, Danielle Brooks's character, Leota, really brought out the humanity in him. And even though she did some not so nice things, right? I gotta say that element, those two characters together, which made me like Peacemaker even more. So the whole cast was amazing, right? But this specifically, these two characters together really brought out the humanity in Peacemaker. That was my thought that I was trying to bring up earlier, and I apologize I didn't have my mic on. Go ahead.
No, you're good, bro. I agree with you there. I think it was good, and I think that you made a good point when you said that she did some not so nice things, to put it that way. I feel like that was perfect for him, for them to get even closer, because even though he was a good guy and he didn't feel that way, because of some of the things that he'd done that he knew was so bad, and so that kind of put them on the same level playing field, where she didn't come off as being perfect. And it was a nice segue into like the love scene that they had. So I thought that was just really well done. It was awesome. What about you, Tank?
Wait a second. What love scene with Danielle Brooks and Peacemaker?
When they were in the trailer, when she went to go visit, they had a love scene. Y'all didn't see that?
All right, Tank. Can you help us? Help him out, please. Hold
on. Did I see the wrong movie?
Yeah.
I think you watched a different Peacemaker.
It was on really late. I was up late.
He saw the After Dark. He saw the After Dark extended version.
Wait, let me ask you something. Does your HBO Max have 3 X's? Because mine does, and I don't know.
I don't know what, dude. I thought I was bad. All right, listen. At least I know there's not just me going nuts today. That was a little wacky because I didn't know anything about no love scene in there.
Nah, I gotta say something. Give it to us, Tank, man. What'd you love about it, bro?
Oh, like I said, I love that. I like, they weren't scared to talk about, the whole universe that I don't know what's going on with the DC universe, but they weren't scared to to bring up like how he was like Batman, and how Peacemaker's issues with Batman's killing code when he's talking to his another great good little side character, his Peacemaker's neighbor. But when he's like talking about just giving him shit about Batman's code. There's no killing code. Now, like he wasn't afraid to like bring up like random like he brought up Batmite. He wasn't afraid to like bring him up. So like that now makes Batmite canon to the DC universe. I mean, I said it like, and also like certain things that like like go back to John Cena's acting, like how like
Oh my God.
he just kept slowly, like you can see like he was battling like his, like you said earlier, like his father, how his father taught him. He was battling that with his internal struggle. I think I think they kind of mentioned it, but they also just let you. Well, no, they didn't mention it too hard. Like they crying about when he killed Flag in Suicide Squad. I think something about that is what actually broke him, and that's what this show is about. What's showing his him like how that doing that broke him, and this is his like journey to going from being his father's son to his own man.
Yeah,
and then like so some things like how like he like at first like him and Diebeer weren't getting along. Like he got really mad at him that he like set up his father. But then they bonded on like the music that they like. And then like, I don't know how far we like towards the end where Diebeer like had to fake, was trying to fake being a butterfly, was explaining, like giving that sad story about why he dyed his beard. And you can just see as he's telling that story, just John Peacemaker just realizing like, I messed up.
Yeah,
because I remember he finally realized. Remember they had that one scene where John Cena was like, or like he was like talking about being a bully, and like he's saying that he wasn't a bully because like he was a bully, but then people bullied him for being a bully. He finally realized because anytime he said something mean, he didn't as him being mean. He was like, I'm just speaking truth. I'm just telling you how it is. He finally realized in that moment, like, I am a bully. I am a horrible person. I think so. There's everything. Like I said, John Cena has had his movies where he's not been like Fast and Furious. I did not like him in that movie. He showed us here like watch this.
And let's say this real quick before you come in, Clark. I love that you always said that, and we've both felt that Cena kills it in comedy. But I've been watching and following The Rock for a very long time, and I remember him moving into different areas from just the big tough guy to dabbling into drama and a little light comedy and being able to touch on all areas. He's a very good actor. I definitely see that coming for Cena because I got lost watching the show. Like several times throughout the show, I forgot I was looking at John Cena and was only looking at Peacemaker. And I felt him. I felt him in the movie. I felt him like he sold it in the emotion. When he would cry with the little one tear and everything, it didn't feel fake. Like I genuinely felt for the guy. He felt like he was really the person going through what we saw, that he was selling us on Peacemaker the asshole, Peacemaker the killer, Peacemaker the damaged little boy. You know what I'm saying? Peacemaker the lost guy trying to find himself. He did an amazing job this series really bringing that character out for people to not only love him, but also, to your point, Clark, understand who we saw in Suicide Squad and why he was the way he was. And I think that's a huge accomplishment for him. Coming from the different areas and little movies and things that he's had and little quirky roles. Like he's really coming into his own. I can definitely see the growth. So I'm excited for his next projects too. But this was really, really good. And for it to be a long show, I think each episode averaged 48 minutes or something like that, 50 minutes. And it went by relatively quickly because there's a lot going on in each episode. So for me, yeah, great job.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing for me was the quality remained throughout the series. This was not a Boba Fett situation where, you know what I'm saying? Like, because look at it this way. I really thought that Peacemaker would be as bad as Boba Fett was. I thought Boba Fett was going to be the breakout. So, imagine the egg all over me, when we had to review The Mess, the debacle, the sham, the disgrazie, the disgrace of the show Boba Fett. You know what I mean?
We're talking about this every week.
Yeah, exactly. Right. No, you got a good point there. But this show was a breath of fresh air, and the cast of characters were amazing. So let's talk about those cast of characters. I really want to talk about, because I don't think we got a lot of Judo Master. Judo Master was an absolute savage, and I don't know why,
bro.
Right, like an absolute terror. And I don't know why I thought they were going to take off his mask and it was going to be like a lady, underneath there. I don't know why. I just was like thinking, is this some sort of like, great. It would have been like a crazy, like, but Judo Master, first of all, the actor who plays him is amazing. But just Judo Master was unabashedly savage. Why did he hate the Peacemaker team? I don't understand it.
No, he was just loyal to the butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
So
but he wasn't a butterfly though. But he wasn't a butterfly.
He wasn't. He just believed in. He just believed in their.
They told him their mission.
Yeah, he just believed in their mission so much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's why he wasn't a butterfly.
I would have liked a little bit more character development to tell us that. I don't feel like they dived into that.
They did, but if you weren't
they mentioned like really.
It was really quick.
He was like the butterflies aren't who you think they are.
Mm-hmm.
It was
and then they kind of
like episode 2 or 3. He said that.
Something like that. And then also remember that when Goff was in the detective's body, she told Peacemaker that. She said that's why Judo Master. I told him our mission and what we were here for, and that's why he's so loyal. Yeah. So it was really quick. Like it's easy to miss because there was a lot going on. Yeah. If you blink or look the other way, you wouldn't have heard it.
Yeah. And we'll talk like Suicide Squad Peacemaker would have been all for.
Oh, like, absolutely. If she had caught him a few weeks earlier, or a few years, like before jail, it'd have been a wrap, bro.
Even before he killed Flag. If she would have caught that Peacemaker, he would have been all on board with that whole plan. God.
Which would have been all they needed because he was ruthless.
Yeah,
I love how they made Judo Master like a kid,
right?
He's like a bad kid with like a freaking hot Cheetos,
tiny human just whooping everybody's ass
and eating hot chips. That's all he ate.
Yeah,
freaking flaming hot Cheetos all the time.
Yeah,
bullet wounds don't matter. Flaming hot Cheetos. Broken nose. Flaming hot Cheetos.
That's another thing. Like I liked back to the characters. Like since all these characters, none of them have superpowers except for the butterflies. They actually show like they actually get hurt. Like when John Cena was like, when the chick that he banged, and she ended up being a butterfly. He's beating she was like whooping his ass. He was like jumping out of all the windows, and he kept getting hurt every time he jumped.
Yeah.
Something that Marvel doesn't do because Black Widow jumped from like 2 stories and be fine. I like that they showed that he's human.
But
he gets hurt doing.
Listen, Black Widow jumped to a damn helicopter and was able to go several hundred feet when she lifted herself from the air. I was like, what?
She's in the Matrix, bro.
But
right.
But I like that they actually showed, like I said, Diebeard, they showed that he's not physically in shape at all. He didn't even really jump. He just went over that little fence or whatever it was and shattered his leg.
Bone is out, bro. He didn't even get a fracture. Bone is out.
He's like, what is that?
Yeah, that character, and he was like, yes, I'm using just for men, and I'm like, the beard thing just killed me when he said it, but I think they did him right towards to the end. But what do you guys think about I guess the reveal of what's his name being a butterfly? What was his name?
Mern.
Right. I didn't see that coming. I really didn't.
I thought one of them was going to be because of the fact that they show that map after one of those episodes, and you see how many of them it is. Just off sheer, masses, somebody on the team's got to be one. And he was the most questionable because he acted more or less like the other butterflies we saw, the senator that we originally saw. He didn't really have a personality. He was very withdrawn, and it was it was either him or hardcore for me. One of the two, the blonde girl.
Right. Yeah. Now, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Say your thought, Tank.
I didn't see it coming until not tasty until Edbaya. It's your fault, Clark.
I know it is.
Until Edbaya took until she took the helmet that had the X-ray vision there. As soon as she did that, I was like, okay, he's gonna be a butterfly. But before that, because like I said before, that character I didn't like, or I didn't like or not like him. So like I was like, I didn't really think about it. I was like, I knew something was up with. I knew something was up with him. I knew it was gonna be some kind of twist or something. I didn't see him being a butterfly to that moment. But like I said, I mean, it didn't shock me that he was a butterfly.
Yeah, shout out to Gunn for that though, bro. That X-ray, my bad, Clark, but real quick, that X-ray scene where he's going through chopping down all the butterflies because he's got the X-ray vision on, that was kick ass, man. I love that part. That was dope.
Yeah. No, listen. I was thinking about and Cliff Bravo brought it up too, about Peacemaker's dad having a pocket dimension with better gear than the Batman.
Oh, stop it. No. Don't even go down that road, bro. There's no way he got that. That pocket dimension was nice. The room, I agree that.
Yo, that's dope.
That was cool, man.
It was, that was cool. We have yet to truly see what all is in the Batcave, and you won't.
All right, fair.
Ain't nobody messing with that.
But dude, you have to admit, that shit was hilarious when she activated the submarine or whatever. And then she just
floated away.
She crashes into the damn
torpedo.
Right, when she crashes into the big cow, I was dying, and she went right inside him. And then
that part, you know what's crazy? When they first said that one of them was a human torpedo, that's exactly what I imagined somebody was going to have to do to kill that thing.
Oh,
but what I did not imagine was her going into that wall.
That's what I was...
completely missed him when she said that. Like it was a hero film. Activate torpedo and went clean into that wall.
It was hilarious.
Man, I fell off the couch, bro.
Dude, when I saw that, I was laughing. I thought it was hysterical because she just, first of all, her comic delivery. We all know when she portrayed Tasty in Orange Is the New Black, that it was just like, I knew she was going to be hilarious in there. But man, her range. I always knew she had great range, but I just thought her comic timing was just amazing in this show, right? And so, I can't say enough about her. But let's talk about Tank's favorite character. Freaking, what's the dude's name? Vengeance?
Vigilante.
AKA Adrian Chase.
Yeah, let's talk about Vigilante because I got to be honest with you. I thought he should have been dead multiple times. But some reason, does he have superpowers or something? Because the dude keeps living. He must have
nuts.
He has a high tolerance of pain, right? Is that what it is?
No one besides the butterflies have superpowers. He's just a dorky badass.
Yeah,
dude. I just thought.
Are you Superman freaks?
But I mean, he, like I said, he was funny. Probably one of the funniest characters the whole show. But I really liked the scene where he went into the prison. To go kill Peacemaker's dad. And he didn't do like the normal trope where he tried to get in, secretly act like he was racist and tried to get in with them. He was like, so let's all mark off our favorite things that black people have done.
Dude, I was dying when he started talking.
Whoop their ass.
Yeah, I loved it. And this guy is brutal. Like he doesn't play around at all. I just thought it was funny because everybody thought, oh, look at this little this little guy coming in, people were ready to chop him up, and then he ended up, pretty much laying out everybody. But yeah, I thought that was amazing, and I love the way how he got himself in prison, the way he went right in front of the police officers and just was like, bam, and then the cops are like, really, right. We're just trying to eat, really, really,
like that one scene where Peacemaker was asking Golf all the you forget a way to get Golf to say yes or, and this agent was just so stupid. He kept asking him what's your favorite color? Like, he can't say that.
He's super dumb. Dude, to the point because John Cena is not the brightest bulb in the box, bro. Yeah. And he was so annoyed at him. Stuff he was doing.
Well, let's put a Peacemaker. Are you saying that John Cena is not the brightest bulb in the room either?
Oh, Peacemaker. I don't know enough about Cena.
Okay, because you were like, yeah, John Cena, he's a real idiot there.
Okay, Chris Smith /
All right. Well, let's put a, let's put a. All right. Well,
bulb in the box.
Listen, we gotta be responsible podcasters here, okay?
But one thing I liked, it was like a small character, but they did do it. That was another smaller story, because ever since the beginning, even Vigilante was in love with Peacemaker, but Peacemaker just always viewed him as an annoying little kid. But then but then they even got all the way to the end. They had Peacemaker finally accepted him to the end where they were actually hanging out, and looked like Peacemaker actually did saw him more than this annoying little kid, and actually sees him as a friend now.
Yeah,
and then, like I said, nothing. They didn't force that at all. That's what I love about everything they forced about this at all.
I agree.
Oh yeah, I agree too.
Even with the whole crew, Adrian became annoying, but people loved to have him around. They looked for him. They started to help save him, and he was badass, bro. Seriously, that's what I love about him. Normally when you get a geeky nerd or somebody like that, they kind of all talk or they just wannabes. He was the nerdiest of the nerds, but he could back it up and love doing it. Because in that last scene in the finale, he lit up quite a few of them butterflies, bro. He had to kill 50 of them himself. And I mean, really kill them. He was out there with a machete / sword.
Speaking of that last scene, can we talk about the fake out of them making me think that Harcourt was dead?
Oh yeah, I was completely done. I thought the Suicide
no.
Squad always kills people.
I was like, do not do this.
I thought she was dead for sure, because that's kind of
like
Suicide
blood came
Squad.
up. I was like, anytime blood comes up, she's dead.
She's dead. Listen, I thought she was too, but then I thought, man, she's engaged to James Gunn. She's not going
She is
anywhere.
for real?
Yeah, she is.
I didn't know that.
I found out, I saw a couple days.
Yep, absolutely.
Cena now.
Tink, the room is saying that you're breaking up a little bit. You may want to just adjust the mic. Let's bring it a little bit up. Turn it up just a slight bit.
No one's saying that. I don't know what you're talking about.
I made it up. Anyway, so
nice try.
All right. So anyway,
also, can we talk about how Peacemaker's dad had a racist Iron Man suit?
Dude. That was absolutely pagan, savage, you name it. It was crazy. But here's the crazy part. You got to give him credit. That's a bold move to do that. You know what I mean? To put in the whole racist, trope of a father. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And saddle that amongst the many terrible things you have to saddle Peacemaker with. You know what I mean? Yeah. That was a pretty rough one. But here's the crazy part. I got to tell you, I did not expect the bullet to the head. I did not expect that. When I saw that, I was like, man, he really hates his father. He really hates his father.
Whether he hated him or not, dude deserved it, man. The way he treated him was
garbage. Garbage.
Beyond garbage, man. The way he talked to him, period. Even as an adult, he told him 40 years ago, man, I knew you wasn't crying. I'm like, come on, bro.
He was bad.
His neck.
Listen, he was bad. And you know what though? Credit to Robert Patrick, because he was a great villain that you wanted to hate so much because he was such a piece of shit, dad. You know what I mean? Yep. Forget about the racist part was even ruthless enough, but that pales into how shitty he treated Peacemaker. You know what I mean? That was really bad. But it was really bad. But let me ask you guys, I don't want to miss this part. Let's talk about the supporting characters, because I got to tell you, the actress who played the detective who ended up turning into the main butterfly, I thought she was amazing. And I love the way she went tit for tat with the racist piece of crap dad. And she's like, oh, is that you're trying to say because I'm Asian? Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, that's stupid. That was hilarious. I love the way she went back and forth with him. I was kind of disappointed that she got killed and turned into a butterfly, to be honest, because I did enjoy her character. I didn't like her partner. I was fine with him dying, but it's too bad that she died.
that guy always plays like forgettable roles. I've seen him in a lot of. It's always a forgettable role he plays.
He makes money,
why do you keep getting hired?
He keeps working for that though, bro. Think about it. That's that dude from White Chicks.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a fan of
yes.
White Chicks. He's a goofball, man. in
Yeah,
everything.
Kid Bravo knows. He's like, yes, sir, Clark. But yeah, I mean, Ken. But yeah, I just felt like that character. She played a great character. And you know, the butterfly obviously like was a main. What do they call that? They call it the guffin, like in movies. You know, what is that like main thing? And she was like the main person. Excuse me, which obviously she befriended, you know, Peacemaker. You know what I mean? Like the I'm talking about the actual butterfly. You know what I mean?
Right,
The alien, right?
Yeah, because like Peacemaker could have killed her. Like he had a chance to
exactly
to kill her, and or it, I don't know. They never specified if they have genders. They could have killed it, but instead he he kept it hostage. You know,
right? He just killed the host.
Jar. Yeah, he just killed the host. You know, and he kept it
at the end. I mean, yeah.
And and was feeding it and everything. I mean, even in the before.
Oh, at the beginning. I'm sorry, you're referring to the beginning. I'm actually referring to the end because then he could have completely wiped her out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I lost you. We lost you for a second. Say that one more time.
She was saying. I was saying that was why she felt the connection to Peacemakers.
Yes.
At that
with the peace sign and everything, I thought that was pretty.
Yeah.
You know, I thought that was pretty cool too. Yeah, I thought that for sure. That character, I was surprised that she ended up being with Peacemaker at the end, the butterfly. You know what I mean? Like that was interesting because when he ends up feeding her at the end, as Cliff Bravo mentioned. I really thought, okay, we won't see her anymore. You know, I didn't know what was going to happen. But I just thought that, okay, now they left the door open.
She's done. So think about it.
That was the last of the food.
So you don't think she'll be in there anymore? She won't be in the show anymore?
No. Remember when right before right before he got arrested, he was like, man, you really going through this stuff. He said, I'll have to get you some more. Because he was already running out of the little syrup stuff for her. Right before Vigilante broke the jar and all of that stuff and she got free. So he didn't have much left anyway. But that was just a touch to show that he still, through all of that and everything they did, this is how I interpreted it, was still, you know, that human aspect of him. Because he took the little bit that he had. Remember, there's no more left on Earth. She's going to die off. She can't eat anything else. And he still fed her. She made her way back, and he fed her.
Yeah, unlike her last meal.
All right.
Exactly. Unless they want to make something up and like.
Well, I feel like she'll be part of the crew. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely off base. But why put her at the end? Like maybe you're right. Maybe it's to show the humanity. But like okay,
but he had a little bit left. He could have just threw it away. She made her way back, and instead of her letting her die, because they said they'll only last maybe a couple weeks without that cow. So he's like, he gives her that little bit. This is just enough for you to kind of hang on as long as you can, because he knows she can't get home. They don't have a food source, so the only thing she's going to do is die. It's just like that, like you said, the last meal.
Okay,
just really kind of say goodbye.
Okay, that makes sense then. Well, I felt like it was more, but maybe you're right on that. Let's talk about, before we start wrapping up our final review of the actual series, what was your best episode? Tank. Ooh. Yeah. And then we'll talk about the big thing everybody's talking about. I won't forget JL. Okay, well, let's not forget that.
You say J-Lo?
No, JL.
JL. Who's JL?
Oh God.
Honestly,
you're talking about the end. Oh God. Okay. I'm thinking of a person. Let me just say this.
I was trying to keep it spoiler free until we got to that point, but it's okay.
Listen, let me just say this real quick before you go, Tank. How many American men are going to get mauled to death trying to keep a pet eagle, which is actually a flying raptor, after this movie? We all want one.
Right. Well, it's against the law, but yes.
There's going to be several guys trying. I promise you, bro.
They've already tried.
I promise you.
I would probably say my favorite episode. I don't remember which episode it was, but it was, what was maybe the fourth one? The one where like they where Harcourt took the picture of them in the van. I want to say this is the 4th episode.
I think that might be 5.
5? Okay.
I think that's 5, but I got you.
Just because that was like when they first all started to actually show that they were started to get along and become a team, and like they were like, you know, when the Peacemaker and Economist like finally like found a common ground. That's when everyone started to actually like view Vigilante as like, you know,
part of the team,
a valuable part of a team, and not just the idiot that he is. You know, Harcourt started to see, you know, both Vigilante and Peacemaker. You know, she started to see the good parts of them, and like I said, she took the picture and said, you know, and then she made the group chat. What was the
11th Street Boys,
11th Street Kid, 11th Street,
11th Street Kids. Yep.
Just because I said, just to start, you know, just showing that you know, showing that that you know that the show is more than just the foolishness and the violence and the comedy. And showing that these people, you know, they are, you know, a weird dysfunctional family in the making.
Yep.
And I like it. There's a good analogy.
Also the one.
Who would have done it? You would have been so thoughtful.
Also, he had the bomb to the super. I think that was what episode we had. The bomb
to the warhead or whatever.
The super warhead that made that. Yeah. That was also cool too.
That's actually my favorite episode too. But mine is more so because of Charlie the Gorilla.
Yeah, listen, let's not forget about poor Charlie. And you know he was already he was already pissed off being in the damn zoo, and then they freaking take him over. You know he was already pissed off at that point. Listen, are you going to defer then to Tank's assessment and agree with that episode? Is that what you're going with?
I couldn't remember which episode it was, but yeah, because I you know me, guys, I'm the resident dude. I love the explosions and everything, and they had the whole gunfight at the plant and everything there, which was really exciting for me. Like you said, the bombs, the shooting, navigating through, and Charlie the Gorilla. I really did love that episode. Everything about it was great. And to your point, Tank, with Harcourt taking that picture, it also showed, remember, she had her guard up the whole freaking show. That was the first time we got a glimpse of it coming down, and you get a taste of her humanity too. So it had a lot of good points in that episode. It was really like the bridge to take you into the last part. Because without that episode, you couldn't really see them being a team together to be able to take on butterflies later and all the stuff that took place. You know, this really showed them like really having each other's back. So that was a pivotal one. It was great. I love that one.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I really enjoyed the episode that preceded the finale. I really felt like, I think it's the one where he killed his father. You know what I mean? Because I felt like it gave me the most... I don't know. It's just the stakes were so high, and everything was just, you know, going bad. You know, and then you have what's her name? Leona. What's her name? Daniel Harris. Daniel Brooks's. What is it?
I was going to edit my wife because that's what they called her the whole time.
Okay. Yeah. So her character's conflict came to a head as well, you know. So I just thought like leading into like the I think it was episode that led her to like really just knowing that, you know, I gotta forge ahead in my own way, you know, not in the shadow of my mom, you know what I mean? Which we know her mom was ruthless. I forgot her name now. What's her name again?
Waller.
What is the actress's name again?
Viola Davis.
The great Academy Award winner, Viola Davis. Yes, she is savage as that character, and to see that was her daughter, right? I just thought that was priceless. But I did enjoy that episode because we got the closure or the payoff on the dad, you know? And I didn't see that coming as far as the bullet to that. I thought someone was going to kill him. I didn't think it was going to be Peacemaker. You know what I'm saying? So I thought, you know, that, okay, here we go. That was a good payoff. So that was my favorite episode. To be honest with you, there wasn't really a least favorite to me because I really felt like this overall series arc, it gave me Guardians of the Galaxy likability. You know what I'm saying? Likability. That made it fun. It made it action-packed. It made it crazy, batshit. But most important to me, it made me love the characters. Every single one of them. That is what was important to me. I thought it was great. I really wish James Gunn would have got his shit together with Suicide Squad and made that movie good. In my humble opinion, roll your eyes all you want. I have my opinion. I said it. Just like you have yours. You can say your opinion. That's all I'm going to say. I didn't like it. I still don't like it. But I do say
watched it again to know if you have
I still say it was definitely wrong of me. I was wrong. I enjoyed Peacemaker. I love the character. I love the whole gang of misfits that are there. Eaglet, all of it. I am all for it. Kung Fu, what's his name?
Kung Fu.
Judo Master.
Judo Master. All of these guys, I thought they were great. Now,
let us say Christopher Reeve name wrong.
All right.
Just add an S.
All right.
Add an S onto Reeve.
Okay,
Watch
fine. So now, with that said, here's the big thing that I was surprised about was the Justice League showing up. And they actually got two that were confirmed actors of the Justice League. What were your thoughts about that scene?
Yeah, I was not shocked that the Justice League came. I was shocked when they did the close-up and it was actually Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller. I was like, "What?" I literally about jumped out of my seat. You know, I know because I know Jason Momoa was so happy to be able to drop an F-bomb because he's just that type of dude. You know, he was so happy. He was just so happy to drop that F-bomb. Just F you, Barry. Because it was just a running joke. We didn't mention the joke the whole time that Peacemaker kept saying Aquaman has relations with fish. And then
Here is a fish though, but
sure. And then like Barry was like, "Is it a rumor though?" F you, Barry.
He was really spreading that rumor deep too.
Yeah.
But here's what I thought. I liked that part. I did not like the kind of cheesy fakeness of having Wonder Woman in the silhouette, and especially Henry Cavill.
Well,
bootleg again.
Yeah, they showed that. I heard someone say it's like they love milking Henry Cavill Superman without having Henry Cavill actually.
Damn shame.
Superman.
Shame.
They did the same thing as Shazam. They had someone come in to milk that his Superman.
Yep.
Without actually having it, they're gonna milk it as long as they can, without actually just giving us what we all want.
That's a damn shame. It really is. It really is because Henry Cavill deserves better. Warner Brothers, Henry Cavill deserves better. You should be ashamed of yourselves.
I think because I think the issue is because you notice that they didn't. They didn't have Batman in. It could be one of two things. Probably because they don't know which one to use because they have the Batman coming out, so they didn't want to confuse people with that. Or it could be because Henry Cavill keeps showing that he still wants to be Superman. Affleck is like, I'm done. After Flashpoint, the little bit I'm going to be in there, I'm done. So I think for that reason, like just because they know that, I think like if they did that with Affleck, he might be upset. Henry Cavill is just such a overly nice guy, and he still wants to be Superman. They know that they can do that without getting too much backlash from him.
No, I disagree. Henry knows, okay, and I've said this off the air to Tank and to Clark. Henry Cavill has done some dirty to somebody's wife in the Warner Brothers studios, some of those heads, something, because they have made it a point to screw him over every chance they get. They could have used any kind of silhouette to be Superman and you would know with that levitation in the cape. They use his likeness, like you said, all the time, just to really stick it to him. They will not give him a movie. Somebody is pissed at him, and he knows what he did. I love Hank Cavill. I think he does an amazing job as Superman. I'm excited to see him when he does.
Wait, stop for a second. Did you hear what he said? He called him Hank. He called him Hank Cavill. Hank.
He's been doing that.
Dude, I call him Hank all the time. You just don't hear it.
He's been doing that.
Hank is a nickname for Henry. There you go.
Yeah, he's been doing that off and on the air.
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna tell you this. The guy, first of all, Batman wasn't there because he didn't waste time with aliens and that BS. Okay, Let's just put that out there. Which, if Batman's not there, there is no Justice League. Were there some heroes there? Yeah, they got there late. Was it the Justice League? No, because it wasn't complete. You didn't even have the Holy Trinity wasn't there together. So no. Okay. But
yeah, that was I don't know. I felt it was a little cheesy. I don't know if you guys know this. Is a little fun fact. There were the behind the scenes photos showing the actor who played Superman, showing the actress who played Wonder Woman, as well as the guy who played Batman, who they cut out, as well as Cyborg. So if you guys want to check it out.
Cut out, okay, hold on. I'm sorry. If you got cut out Cyborg and Batman, you might as well have took Wonder Woman and Superman out and just let it be Aquaman and Flash.
I agree.
As in some light assistance.
And then they could have just said, "Oh, they sent me the cheap ones." You know what I mean? Like that would have been fun.
Exactly.
That would have been fun to say that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they sent us these guys. Of course they send to you guys, and of course you're late.
You know what I'm saying? And they could have spun that, but to do it like partially like that, because you wouldn't see Superman and Wonder Woman and not Batman. If it's that big that you got Superman there and Wonder Woman, Batman is absolutely going to be there. He's not going to not be there. So that part, really irked me something serious there, with that. And I guess that was just Gunn doing his own little thing or whatever. And maybe it was a last minute cut, like you were just saying. They were going to have everybody technically, and they just didn't like the way it looked and pulled a few people out. But I don't think they realized how bad that looked, for that. And that's probably the only bad thing I have to say about the show, to be honest with you. Was that
fair?
One part?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. It was cool though to see Momoa with his new costume. By the way, I don't know if you noticed that.
I did, but like I told you off air, man, and you guys in the chat, let me know if it's just me. I love Jason Momoa. Always have since Khal Drogo. That's when I really started paying him any attention. Okay, and watching his acting and whatnot. I think he's great as Aquaman, but this suit and the previous suits. He has this hiked up shoulder look, almost like he's uncomfortable, and that drives me nuts. Especially being that Arthur Curry lives in the deep sea. He has to have fluid motions with his body. He swims, even though he moves like a torpedo. That doesn't sit well with me, those two things right there. You don't have to have that big, stocky suit. Like, loosen it up just a little bit. Because Momoa's already a big guy. You don't have to add a whole lot to it. So I think they need to really work on that aspect of it to make it feel a little more fluid, especially when he's having these fight scenes and whatnot. And I'm just not getting that from those suits.
All right, fair enough. Well, with that said, let's close things out with our review of Peacemaker series season 1. I'll just kick things off. I give it an A. I know. I give it an A. Hey, listen, man. I am a man of my word. This was a great show. It deserved the A. Period. Fuck you.
Jeannie did a good job.
But listen.
Clark.
A great show, well deserved. Cast was amazing. Supporting cast was amazing. The people that came in for small parts, the janitor, the neighbor, the old man neighbor, all the different the little pieces. The dance number in the beginning of the show is classic. Total love this show. If you haven't already, take a look at the Peacemaker series on HBO Max season 1. It's a great show. In this podcast, your host, humble opinion. What say you, Spike? Let's leave Tank for the last word.
I hate to be on the same page as you, bro, but I do have to give it an A. And I don't say that loosely. I don't like just throwing those out there. I kind of feel like a teacher that makes you earn it. But I think James Gunn did a great job with direction. To your point, you've been stressing it all night. The supporting cast around Cena was just absolutely phenomenal. They did a great job with selling their roles, not overdoing it, blending together to make a quality show. Episode after episode, I think it was 8 episodes, and every last one of them were good and well done. Edited well. I was happy with it. Like I said, I think they did a really good job. Really looking forward to season 2. So you got an A from me.
Very good. Tank, it's all yours. You've been waiting for this show for a long time.
Yeah. I've been waiting for the show for a long time. I've been waiting. Well, no, I like I said before.
You love to disagree with me. Just to freaking accept the compliment here and just move on.
Actually, it's
Jesus Christ.
It's the opposite. You love to disagree with all of us.
I do love that. Yes.
Exactly.
It gives me energy. I do.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's like just like Superman gets his strength from the sun, Clark gets his from disagreeing with all of us.
Yes, I can feel your anger. It gives me power.
But anyway, like I said before, I love the show. I loved all the characters, especially Vigilante. I love building everything, all the little Easter eggs that they did put into the show.
Mm-hmm.
I love, the foreshadowing they did where it looked like season 2 is going to be about Peacemaker kind of being crazy now and seeing his father and been battling that because he is kind of was seeing where it's like, even though his father was who he was, he still was his father. He still loved him. And also it's probably because he's now killed the two of the most important two of his family members.
Yeah.
Killed his brother and now his father.
They don't show anybody else. You got a great point there.
Yeah. So he's going to be battling that too. I like to nothing was forced, even Hardcore being his love interest. They still didn't. Even at the end, I think that was more like she realizing that he is a good person. They still didn't force them to be a couple. They were just like, wow, you're still here with me while I was in a coma. Kind of keep it short and sweet. I give it an A+. There's not one. There's literally not outside of the fakes Henry Cavill Superman. But I expected that from Warner Brothers. There's not one bad thing I can even think about saying about the show.
And listen, it was a great show. It's a show that actually makes you feel good about the show and makes you feel like, hey, the show's over already because I wanted to see more. It's a damn good show. You know what I mean? And so definitely I share your sentiment that, you know what I'm going to do? Because I just love upstaging. I'm changing my score. I'm changing it to an A+, sir, for you. You know why? Because I agree with you. This was a freaking phenomenal show. This gets an A+. It gets an A+ for me. Now,
your A+ is invalid until you actually watch Suicide Squad again.
All right, well,
I have a quick question. Which one did you like more? The first Suicide Squad or James Gunn?
Listen, excuse me. The first Suicide Squad had a lot of issues with it, but what it did have was Will Smith, and when you have a great actor like Will Smith to anchor a film like that, but also a not so famous group of characters in the DC universe, I think that was solely missing from the second one. Now the second one, right? But here's what it did: it was criminal how almost it became like a video game for me, and I think that was my problem. I felt like it just was so many killings, and let me see who I could just wipe out just to wipe them out. And I don't know, it cheats the audience in a sense. And I get it was the Suicide Squad. I totally get that. But I just did not like I felt cheated. Before we close out the show, thank Cliff Bravo, everyone else that's ended up staying with us for the majority of the time that you guys stood with us today to rock with us as we reviewed Peacemaker. Shout out to Tank for giving us a lot of great fandom news as always, because there was a lot to cover. Shout out again to the new subscribers to the House of Fandom. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Subscribe to the House of Fandom. We appreciate you. We are above 400 subscribers, and we appreciate every person that tunes in to one of our shows. We greatly, greatly appreciate that. Third, I want to give a special shout out. This is a personal shout out to Travion over in Las Vegas. The Cannon Middle School basketball team, a gallant effort in the championship, lost in overtime. But man, did you guys have one hell of a season, one hell of a ride. Don't take away that fact that you guys had a great season. So you guys continue to do what you need to do to continue to be the best that you can be. So we're all proud of you, especially the folks out there in Las Vegas. So shout out to that great group of kids. One more shout out To my cousin Mello, you know why. All right. Spike, what say you before we close out with Do You Really Want to? Do You Really Want it?
Bro. Listen, thank you everybody for tuning in. We appreciate you. As we always say, our house is your house. See you guys again soon. Like, share, and subscribe.
Give a shout out to my boy Joel Torres, aka Music. Check out his music on SoundCloud.
All right. Hey, wherever you all are at, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Have a great night. Have a great morning if you're just waking up. And hope you enjoy the show. This is another episode of The House of Fandom. Now it's time to really want to get it. Do you really want to really? Here we go. Come on, Tank, come on. Come on, Tank, come on. Do you really want to do it? Do you really want to do it? Do you really want to do it? Yeah. Tank, come on. Go ahead, go to the bathroom. Do you really want to take a piss? Oh man, this is a fun episode. I'm gonna say we all had a great time. I'm gonna close out us so that Tank can.
Already off.